I enjoy swimming mainly. I've gone through the stations in the workout area, but the pool, I'm called to the water. I found the Y back when I was a teenager in my hometown, and I passed it on my way to school every day, going to high school. Back then I joined just to go swimming, and that's where I spent my morning before I went to school, and that's where I went at lunch to swim. Again, I go back to, I had a brother that drowned when I was 12, he was 13. So I never learned to swim until I was in high school. My brother was 13 months older than me. Everybody said we were Irish twins. From first grade on, we were in the same class, he had repeated first grade, so we ended up in the same class. Again, I went to a school where you had one class, so we were in class together through 7th grade. It was one of those days, I mean, you do remember exactly what happens. It was, we heard the fire whistles go off, and I actually said, oh, I think it's my house, but it was, and he had taken the day off. It was the last full day of school, and my mom was the type that if you took off school, you weren't allowed to go outside and play or anything, but he had gone, a friend was in town, and he had gone to the river to play, and just the undertow got him, and that was 40-some years ago. So probably my first connection with the Y here was through the kindergarten swim program, Swim for All. And then I was at a school, a part-time bus driver, and then if they had field trips, I filled in, and they needed somebody to drive with the children. So I volunteered and came over. And again, I love being in the water, so I'd like to get in the water with the kids just to ease their fears that they had. And then I hadn't had the opportunity for probably 7 years because I became a teacher and was teaching 2nd grade. Last year I was able to come back again because I taught kindergarten, and I was able to come with my students and watch them. Here in Elizabeth City we have so much water around us. Just here we have a huge river. The students are so close to the ocean. If they do get to the ocean, there's just water all around, and they just have to have an understanding of the power of water and not fear it, but also know how to be safe around water, and that it doesn't matter how deep the water is. I have a student right now who doesn't like Saturdays because he has swim lessons at the Y, and he says about the water being deep. I said, but you're on top of the water, so it's okay how deep it is. You're going to swim on top of it. So it made an impact on my personal children. 20 years ago. I know it's made an impact on the students that I bust over here. Again, to watch a student come in on that first day and be fearful and crying and not even want to walk into the water, and then to see them as their comfort grows and they walk down that ramp and then they're in the deep end, just to see their confidence grow, I think it's an important thing, and I think it's a beneficial program to continue so that kindergartners that come in each year have the opportunity to take part and learn.